disrupt and open us to be able to experience ourselves more fully. And so we're riding the storm out together. We're riding the storm out individually. I encourage you to be the raindrop, the sun ray, the wind, even the bolt of lightning, bold, bright, brilliant, and the thunder that rolls through and expresses clearly the power and the presence that you are. As I was spending some time occupying myself during this time of solitude, and for me it's solitude, not isolation. I'm fortunate to have my wife, my son, my dog at home. I'm really looking closely at how bright I want my sun to shine, my rain to fall, my seeds to be planted. Yes, and even my lightning to strike, not in a destructive manner. To make a difference for me, as me, in the world. What do you want? What do you want to be in that nurturing raindrop joined with the rain itself of humanity? The rain, the waters representing our emotions, the winds stirring and twirling and swirling, stirring, twirling, stirring. Well, anyway, you get my point. Our thoughts. The winds are our thoughts. And the earth and the fertile soil, our physical, our circumstances, our situations. And so the lightning striking and the thunder rolling is our passion, our purpose, being infused into these seeds to break their husk and to have them bring new life and rebirth into the world. What are you feeling? And as that passes like a storm will or a wave of emotion, what are you left with what you feel about yourself, your life, the world? As I'm saying these things, you may even want to consider taking a piece of paper and a pencil and writing some of them down. What are you thinking? What are the winds that are stirring through you? Are you confused? Are you anxious? Are you curious? Are you creative? What's happening? And you know how thoughts can come, like the winds of change, like a storm comes and goes. Don't let it pass without paying attention. So as the winds are moving of your thoughts process that's moving through you, and you're experiencing what you think, let it pass and then think again. Look beyond the way you always do as how you think, how you feel. And what are you doing? What are your actions? What are your decisions in your life? What is the soil? What is the seed? What is your purpose? What is your passion? All of these pieces of the puzzle relating to a storm are just a way to describe who we all are on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level, because it is our spirit, it is our inspiration, it is our inner knowing and our truth that tells us what our purpose is, what our passion is, which affects our thoughts, our feelings, our decisions, our actions. We're all one being having experiences at varying levels. And as we feel the storm come and we get settled into it and we feel it pass, we have the chance to bring new life. What will you bring to your life moving through this? Starts with how you think, how you feel, what seed you're going to plant in your own fertile garden. The lightning and the thunder, that's more to awaken within you a different level of clarity that allows you to see what needs to be done. Now, purpose, passion, thoughts, feelings, actions, seeds, this all sounds very like an analogy rather than who we really are. Well, we really are. And we're going to have to make some decisions about business and what we're going to do practically in our lives and how we're going to take care of things. A lot of things are going to change because of the shutdown and some not reopening. And it's going to change the whole dynamic of how we function and operate. We'll not be able to step back out in the same way we have before and have the same freedom in our circumstances and situations. But we could decide from within that very urge to be the life and the expression that we are within our seed. We can have the lightning, the passion, the purpose, break our husk of our seeds, and we can reach up and reach out to be more than we've ever been before. And we can look at business, maybe a business that has survived and how it can be different, or a business we may have lost, and recreate either it or another to change directions in what we've done as work or what we've done in our lives on a daily basis in our activities to bring the fulfillment that we need to ourselves. Each of us in our different place, some just trying to learn what life is about, some having lived their lives and having a chance to do it differently. Let's reach beyond the storm and find something within us that I believe could be a catalyst for the complete transformation of this planet. A word I don't use often, but came up for me, and I want to share a little bit about before we finish today. A bit of a difference from what I've been talking about, storms and winds and rain and lightning. Grace. I believe that as we settle into the peacefulness of our gardens with our seeds already planted, with the nurturing nourishment of the waters making the soil fertile and the sun is shining down upon it to draw it up into life, that one thing that we could bring to the world as individuals in this time that would calm the storm. And during a storm, there's one place there's always peaceful. That's that place at the eye of the storm, the very center point of the storm, that very center point of us. And that's where grace resides within us. Grace is kindness, compassion, understanding, respect, caring, cooperation, collaboration, unity. Grace is just a state of being that is the eye of the storm during it and the calm after the storm that we are and can bring to our lives. Not just passive grace, but being kind and being compassionate. Understand that the world is more than just how we see it. Having respect and caring. To be of support and service, certainly for those who we care about and love, but for others. Grace is that connection between our mind and our spirit, between our cognitive self and our conscious self. It's a place we can be able to experience the bringing together of the practical of our world and the way we have to live in our circumstances and situations, and the inspirational of our world, and being conscious and present. So whether you feel like you've walked literally through a storm or you're doing it within your own solitude, find grace. Be grace. Grace is the place that takes what we've come to understand as our truth and converts it to faith. Not necessarily related to a religion or a philosophy, but faith in, trust in ourselves, each other, the world. Grace takes what we know and what we're aware of and conscious of and brings them together. And it is in that fluid freedom that we're able to share with one another through grace. Find your truth, and in grace, find your faith. And be that grace, be that truth, be that faith, be who you really are for yourself, for each of us, all of us, for humanity, for the world. Let it be the conduit that bridges the gap between religions, philosophies, countries, cultures. And with inner strength, and as Ernest Hemingway puts it, courage. With courage is grace under pressure. It is the catalyst that has us come together without judgment. And who we choose to be makes a difference. And loving one another through our works, we bring an increase of grace and a growth in divine love. Mother Teresa. I want to give you a short, powerful story that I believe defines grace. My wife works at the hospital, and a group of nurses last week surrounded a man who appeared to be making his final transition after fighting this virus for 3 weeks. His wife couldn't be there. Nobody could be there but them, gowned in masks and face guards and goggles and gloves and suits. They're all surrounding this man who decided to sing him his favorite song, Take Me Home, Country Road. And I felt sorrow. I tried to find that faith to be with them, to share with them that truth. And I let it go. And a few days later, just a couple of days ago, my wife showed me another video of him being transferred from ICU to a step down. Somehow in the singing of the song that went viral on the internet to a man who was dying, he didn't. I believe that was grace. And it's the kind of grace that we can give and share with one another during this time and as we're evolving out of it. So ride the storm out, but ride it out with consciousness and awareness. Ride it out with grace for yourself, for those you love, for each other, for all of us, and for the world. If there's some way that I can help you or Sarasota Center of Light can help you, please do not hesitate to let us know. You can contact me directly at revjimtoole@gmail.com. That information is available on our website, sarasotacenteroflight.com. You can reach me directly on our Facebook page, my telephone number, my email. We have healers and ministers and counselors, and we just want to be of service and to support you in whatever way we can. Please don't hesitate to let us know how we can serve you. You'll each have your own experience of the storm. My hope is the rain will cleanse and clear and awaken, the lightning will stir, the winds will uplift you and carry you forward, and you will find yourself with your feet firmly on the ground, planting seeds that will bring to you, through you, as you, into your life, into each other's lives, into all of our lives, and into this world, a different way of being and a different way of living, and a different way of experiencing ourselves. It may seem like a pandemic and a curse or something that's happened to us, but it is an opportunity for us to be able to be all we can be individually and together and as a planet, as humanity, as this world. Above all, I ask you to be well, be safe, and blessings to each and all of you.